Tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4 TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top number here to you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works for the skill. In the ball, lights from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the quarterback to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just for fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4 TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. To the perfect cup, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just for fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4 TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
When things look bad, and it looks like you're not gonna make it, then you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
Hasta la vista, baby.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to VP4 TV. We're here on this Friday evening, Friday night 9-ball, just about to start at the top of the hour. We're here for a one-loss side match between Larry from the States and Silent but Deadly representing Japan. I'm saying nothing else. And, well, I'll cover the schedule. My schedule is as this match tonight. But I went and had a nap about 5 p.m. after my dinner, got back on, got the stream set up, got going live, and then had a look at the schedule, and there's another 4 matches have come on in that time, and we'll cover that later on. This room is up. Let's get in. There's another one started as well. That's NS War against Chiku. We'll keep an eye on that. These are races to 15. It is wait a minute, I'm looking to see whether I thought things had locked up there. It is the rules for this tournament: no jump cues, break boxes in play. It's rack money, so the rack itself is further up the table, and golden breaks are on. 9-ball goes in, you win the rack. Good luck to both players. Welcome, everybody. And I've already got at least a couple of likes at the bottom of the screen there. Well, I don't know who's the favourite for this. Larry's still got the tendency to make 1 or 2 errors more than he should. But, you know, the luck of the break and stuff like that can affect this. We'll see how it goes. But SBD won the lag, broke off, got a ball, got a shot, and should be out. Although he's not sitting good in this too. He's 2 straight. And he's going to have to work this cue ball to get a shot on this 3. 6 balls blocking the side pocket, 9 balls blocking corner pocket. He's trying to get down in line for that 9-ball, and that's not bad. It's not too bad. Welcome to Hazard. I don't think Slim has made it tonight for the 9-ball, but he has a match later on tonight as well, which he's probably going to be doing on his Twitch channel. Who the hell is he playing? I can't remember, but we'll check that in a while. Is it Interchange X? I don't know who he's playing, but anyway, I looked at it, had a quick glimpse. Somebody will tell me. So 1-0 to SBD. Let me just check if John Virgo is here. Hang on a minute.
Where's the cue ball going?
There he is. Welcome to John. Welcome to Happy Dolo. And everybody that's coming in, before you start, hit the like button. let's get into the habit of doing that. Even if you don't like it, just hit the like button. You don't have to like it to hit the like button, just hit it. And then you won't have to listen to me for the rest of the match. So Larry's at the table. And again, of course, at the risk of repeating myself, which I could do all night, you know what's expected. Now, I could go into a story, if you're interested, about what happened to my PC over the last 2 or 3 days. It's a bit of a long story. If you're bored, then I won't tell you. But there is a thing to be learned from my pissing about that I did in the computer. And I don't know why I do these things. It leads to trouble. Oh no, Larry. Larry. There's that error again. And now he's having to dig himself out a hole. And is it going to hold the line? Oh, it just held the line. But that's what I'm talking about. He just gets himself into that awkward spot far too many times. But he got it done. Has he got a ball, though? Did he get a ball? No, he didn't. Dry break. Doesn't look like the one will pass the 4 down the rail. So Steve's probably got himself well lost into the mountains by now. Probably getting stopped by a mountain lion or something like that. Well, where's this going? Well, it's going to hold the line and come up short. Now, there's a shot on here for Larry. The problem is he's got to get the weight of the shot right, and he's got to hope that he keeps the cue ball down this left side, but he could. He can cut this across the table, but he's got to do it at the right way, and he can maybe get cover up in that top corner there. That's the shot. And he's got to watch traffic. Well, he hasn't hit it. That is really, really poor. That is such a poor shot. I mean, there's no way he should hit it that soft. He had to hit it to get it across and get this cue ball down here. And all he has done is set it up. And that's gone too far as well. Well, these two of them are going to have to find their feet and get that pace of the shot right before the end of the night. Well, I take it from all the replies, nobody's interested in what messing about I did the other day and how I managed to get it fixed. That's good. I can tell you don't want bored. No, we came here to watch a pool game, right? I understand that, yeah. Well, it's going to be a 3-5 combo. And Larry back in. And these are the things you've got to capitalise on. This needs to just slow down. And that 4 ball. Well, it's as good as frozen to the rail, isn't it? This is trouble. Not only has he got to get the 3-5 combo, he's got to watch the pace of the cue ball because the 3 ball's going to the short rail. And it's gone thin. Has he got it into the side? Yes, he does. But half the battle is over. And the line this cue ball's going, it wants to come across the table again. Maybe perilously near that side pocket. Can't tell a lot. Well, he squared it up. And that's about as good as he could probably expect. He's given himself a shot at it, but he's got to keep this flush. He's got to hit it sweet and flush to hug that rail. And he's got it. Well, the numptiness started when I was doing a clean up on the PC. And I've got a program that removes duplicated files. I'm assuming that's where the problem started. And so the program did a search for duplicate files on my PC, found them, chose the oldest ones and deleted them all. Thought nothing more about it. The PC was fine. Everything was working fine. There was no problem with VP4. The problem I had with VP4 is another story as well. And then I loaded a game in Steam. I'm trying to remember, what game was it? What game was I playing? Oh shit, I can't remember. Well, to cut a long story short on that, I loaded the game. The game starts up, and within a few seconds of getting the game going, bang, black screen of death. That you don't get a blue screen of death on my computer in Windows 11. It's a black screen of death, and it says your computer has run into a problem. You need to restart. So I did it. I tested the game again. Same again. I thought, well, it's maybe. I thought I'll try another game. But blah 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 blah. Bang. Black screen of death. I thought, oh shit, what's going on here? Reboots the PC, runs VP4, no problems with VP4. Obviously, it's an old game and whatever. And I thought, right, well, VP4's fine. That'll do me for now. And then I started Googling. And the Google thing basically tells you the same thing. It's hardware, it's this, it's your BIOS, it's sort of the usual stuff. Nothing that they can narrow down. And then I thought for a couple of days. And I thought, could it be graphics? So I downloaded new drivers for my graphics card. I did a search, found new drivers, installed that, loaded the games again in Steam. The two games that I tested in Steam, bang, still crashed the PC. Scratching my head for hours on end, doing this, that, and the next thing. And then I thought to myself, I wonder if it's DirectX. I wonder if it's that. So I went to Microsoft, downloaded DirectX, reinstalled it, and tested the games. Bang, game works fine. It was a DirectX issue, and I'm blaming myself that I may well have deleted a file that I shouldn't have. And that's just an example of how you can cause problems on your computer, and then you end up a couple of days scratching your head wondering what it might be. It was DirectX. As soon as I installed that, game running fine, beautiful. And then prior to that, I thought I was reading about Virtual Pool 3, getting it to work in Windows 11, and I think nobody had got it to work in Windows 11. But I read a post about how you can muck about in the VP3 folders or whatever it was to get it working. You had to full Windows 11 into running VP3, because I remember Simon said he got it working. Anyway, I believe it or not, the old Celeris website, which doesn't have any images on it, but it's still on Google, still has a download link for VP3. It's 69 megabytes. You can still download it. So Shug the Mug here downloaded VP3, thought no more about it. Right-click the exe file, run as administrator just to make sure it didn't work. And of course it didn't work. Thought, right, I'm not even going to mess about wrecking with it. I thought for the for nostalgia reasons, I was going to try and get it to run because I was doing nothing else that day. So anyway, to cut long story short on that, I uninstalled VP3, got rid of it, and then tried to start VP4. Bang, VP4 wouldn't work. Comes up with an error on a grey box with an error on it. VP4 wouldn't run after uninstalling the old VP3. So that was VP4 wrecked. And then I had to do a proper clean install of VP4 and did that. And of course, everything's fine. But just an example to people, don't piss about with things you don't really know anything about, because you can end up like Shug the Mug, who eventually got everything working anyway. But there's loads of things that you can do to wreck a game, and messing about and pissing about and things you shouldn't be touching. Don't do it. Anyway, that's the end of that. I bored you enough. The bad news for Larry is he's in a crisis here. 4-1 to SBD. Yep, it's a mistake to blindly delete. Yeah, I'll give you that one. But going back to what I've been talking about for the last few weeks, when I finally updated the BIOS on my computer, the only time I've ever attempted it and done it, and there's a forfeit because Chiku hasn't showed up. Since I grew a pair and updated the BIOS, which in brackets, as I've said before, is the simplest thing to do when you know what you're doing. And the PC has been running a treat. There has not been a problem in anything in the PC, that not including self-inflicted crap that I've done. Everything else has ran brilliant. I've now got a fully functional PC for the first time in about, I don't know what, 3 years. And the PC's over 10 years old. So that's one match done tonight. Chiku not bothering to show up. And Larry's going to have to get himself moving in this to survive in yet another tournament. That 9-ball hanging over the side pocket as well. Got to be careful where you bump balls to at this state of affairs in this rack, because you could easily do something that nudges a ball towards that 9-ball, and you could leave a billiard on, you could leave anything on. You just got to think about what you're doing. How many times do I say that to people? Don't blindly bang balls, let alone blindly delete files. And I don't think Larry's got cover, has he? I think he can squeeze past that. I think he can. And that's a lovely touch there. He's got right behind the 3. Perfect. Yeah, I couldn't believe, welcome to Fast Eddie, I couldn't believe how simple it was. I've always been so scared in computers to go near the BIOS. I mean, that talk about messing with stuff you don't know anything about. I would never, ever have dreamed, and there's the 9-ball going in with the 3-ball. I would never, ever have dreamed of doing that. Took me all of 30 seconds with my little old memory stick that we've got. Bang, it was done. I mean, that takes the fear out of it now that I've done it. But I can't do it again because my PC's that old. There isn't any other updates for the BIOS. The update for the BIOS was 2016. Sorry, 2018. That was the last. There was about 6 updates for the BIOS, and the last one was 2018. So that shows you how long I've had the PC. Where's that 7-ball going? Well, Larry's in deep doo-doo here in this match. Now, again, I'm going to keep repeating myself till you do it, guys. We're halfway across here at the bottom of the screen. We're looking for 12 likes, and then I'll shut up for the rest of the night. I'm going to have to stand up. My backside's sore. You know why my backside's sore? Because I've been sitting down for a fortnight in front of the PC. That's why. Normally I'd be up and about and walking about at work. And I don't go back to work until Sunday. So there's a match on Sunday, which hopefully Slim will be around to get. I won't be home in time. Back to the grind. And then, of course, when I get home on Sunday, I'm back in at work on Monday, but I will manage to see the World Cup final. I never thought I would. I thought it'd be sort of middle of the night they would have it, but anyway, I'll be able to see that. And anybody who supports England should go onto YouTube. I've spent hours in fits of laughter watching all the clips of the watch-along videos, the watch-along matches, people that are streaming. They're watching the match, and then you're seeing their reactions as the goals go in. Some of them are absolutely hilarious. You've got to go to YouTube and just go, England versus Argentina watch-alongs, and you'll find all the videos. Take an hour of your time and go and watch these. They'll have you in tears watching the heartbreak. Have you watched them? Oh, they're brilliant. Oh dear. See the guy with the glasses? You know the one I'm talking about. The guy with the glasses. He's hilarious. There's compilations of quite a few. There was one of them's even more hilarious because there's one English guy sitting in a sofa and he's got three Argentinian friends. They're all sitting with their Argentinian shirts on. And of course, it's the last 5 minutes of the game and the 2 goals go in and you want to see the reaction to them. Oh, it's funny. It's heartbreak for them, but it's funny. Well, I think every video I've ever watched, I mean, I sat there, right? And this is me as a Scotsman, right? I sat there as a Scotsman watching the game, right? There's not a person in the world didn't know that when England scored in the 55th minute, Argentina were going to have to come out instead of all this spoiling tactics, kicking lumps out of players and, doing the usual stuff that they do when they're in the shit a bit. England were a threat to them in the first half, so it was all spoiling tactics. And then, of course, England score. And, Argentina's going to come at you, but if you have the same players on the pitch, you've always got that threat. And then it got to 70 minutes now, and I'm thinking, right, well, they want a good bit of pace on here because they want. And I said it. I said to myself, I spoke out loud. I'm talking to the telly, and I'm saying, well, they've got to have somebody up there with pace where, they are defending, but if they can get a ball out and somebody to bring it up the pitch, they can release the pressure and they can put the threat on the Argies. Bring on Saka. Bring on that boy. He's fleet-footed and he's got no fear to take somebody on. Henderson and whatever else they could have brought on. What does he do? He bungs on bloody 5 defenders. And I thought, well, they're asking for trouble than that. They're just asking for, a right pummeling. And of course, Argentina get the first goal. The first goal was a disaster. I mean, the goalkeeper, of course, the English goalkeeper's at the front post. He's assuming the back post is getting marked. That was the second goal, sorry. The first goal, the bloody Argentinian players in the 18-yard box all alone. There's nobody within 5 yards of him. I mean, what the hell do you expect him to do? He's had about 3 or 4 goes at blasting the ball into the net. And England didn't take their lessons for the first 3 or 4. The Argies hit the post a couple of times as well. I mean, God. I mean, that was... Talk about a nightmare ending. Well, that was it. It doesn't come any more nightmare than that. And this is a nightmare big time for Larry. He's going out with a whimper just like England. But if this keeps up, it's going to be 7-2 in a minute. Oh, aye. The official spokesman from number 10 Downing Street, Jose, they wished the teams both good luck for the final, especially Spain. Oh, I think I'll be supporting Spain, or I'd rather see them win it than the Argies again, just to see Messi crying like a little girl. SBD, another ball in the break, and another object lesson on running the table here, I'm afraid. Well, I'm just, you're hoping for a fair game where, it's nip and tuck and it's going deep into the match, but this does not look as if it's going anywhere near that at the moment. Well, we're still falling short on those likes, people. And I'm still ranting on. I mean, the talk about the fact that he didn't do a lot of running. He doesn't need to do a lot of running. The guy's using his head. He's there to be a creative player. I mean, you only need to look at the bloody. Oh, there's a mistake again by Larry trying to cheat his way out of that corner. He misses a 7 ball. That's a disaster. Messi, what did he do in that match there with Argentina, England? Oh, I'll tell you what he did. He created the 2 goals. That's what he did. It was his pass that set up the shot on goal. It was his cross that won them the match with the header at the back post. I mean, that's it. Worth $1 million, that is. Oh, I wonder if Larry's shaking his head saying, oh, no, not again. 8-2, halfway home. And a corner ball flies in. Haven't a clue what one it was so fast. But he's on the 1 again. 2 ball, I think, goes past the 4. It's the 3 ball that's gone. 2 ball is tightish. Yeah, just going to have to watch you don't overcut it, because the 4 ball can grab this easily. This is just an awkward angle where you've got to totally ignore the 4 ball and play to the far side of the pocket. Yeah. Perfect. Well, I've repeated this over and over as well, but at this stage in the tournament, this is what you have to do. You're in the mix with the big boys from here on in. You have to be running tables to a consistent level. That is to say, if there's no problem in the table and you've got the cue ball, you have to be getting out. It's cutthroat, every man for himself. And if you ain't up to it, you're going home. It's 9-2. A 9-2 nightmare. And balls are flying in left, right and centre here. Has he got a shot? Well, he's got a cut. He's not going to be much of a shot in the 2 other than the 2-7 combo, and he's going to have to manufacture that unless he starts doing a bit of craziness. No, he's thought better of it. You know, why give your opponent a chance to get in it by doing something daft with that 1 ball? Just bury him even more, and he's done the right thing. And there's a gap there in that 1 ball. There's a gap. Oh, is he getting a rub? Yes, he's getting a rub this time. You've got to make the most of everything you get, Larry, because you're not getting much. And of course, whoever gets the 1 ball is going to have to deal with that issue. But, you know, there's a right time to make that move. I thought he might have been trying the billiard onto that 9 ball there. I thought for a second he might have tried the billiard. I mean, I don't think there'd have been anything wrong with trying the billiard there. You know why? Because look where the 2 ball is. The 2 ball's not sitting great. You've got to get good on that to try and make that combo. I would have had a serious go at that billiard in the 9 down the rail there. I think he's missed a trick. Yeah, the HUD's gone because I was on the other camera. I forgot to hit the right mouse button. That's a bug in VP4 as far as I'm concerned, because when you do that to go to the second camera, when you save your second camera position, it loses a HUD. And Steve will never fix that. I could go on to him blue in the face for him to actually put that right where it shouldn't disappear, the HUD. This has gone wrong. Oh, Larry better get on his toes because he might be having a chance to get out here. Oh, and if he hits this right, he could still cut this 7 in. Stranger things happen. If he banks this right, well, he got it too thick. But where's the cue ball ending up? Is he going to get a roll as well? Well, of course he is. Look at that. Oh, dear. If it don't rain, it pours. He might be able to. No, he can't. I thought he'd enough to maybe get an edge of that. Yeah, I think he can cut that. But I'd be cutting it to the long rail onto the short rail and ducking for cover. But you know what Larry's like. It's all or nothing. And it's caught the jaw. And he's got away with it. He's just got away with it. He's going to try and spin this in. And, of course, he's played it perfect. And he's got enough of the 4 ball as well, I think. I think he's got enough of the 4. Got to watch he doesn't hook himself behind the 7. In fact, he's got to watch the 8 ball for a start. And he's going to be high enough. Stub, hit that like button. Well, this is a wee bit dodgy. Got to draw off this 7. Just like that. It's just a sort of draggy draw shot just to make sure you're not doing anything near that corner pocket. And this will be a drop into the side pocket for the 9. And it's 10-2. And we're only 32 minutes into this match. We ain't going to see the hour here, folks. Well, if Slim's not around, I might as well watch the cue ball. I might as well drop into Friday night 9 ball after this then. Might as well catch up on that. We'll only have missed about an hour of it if it's going to keep going the way it's going. Unless there's a bit of a miracle turnaround here for Larry. I think it's a given that Larry's not. Larry ain't a quitter. That's the one thing. He ain't going to do that. That's the furthest thing from his mind. He's going to play to the bitter end, no matter how bitter it might be. Welcome to Mooncake. Is that you out Friday night 9-ball already? Well, that's a bad sign. I don't know. I haven't seen any results, but I'm just jumping to a conclusion. I'm going to have to stand up here. Oh, dear. Did you hit the like button, Stub? You're not saying yes or no. Oh, you must have had a... I don't think you're having as bad an evening as Larry, though. Well, the last time I looked at the screen, Larry was at the table. Now it's SBD again. Bit of check. Bottom side of the 6. If he's straight enough, it's just a kill shot. Oh, it's slightly the wrong angle, but not a problem. Well, credit to SBD, he hasn't done much wrong. He had a bad roll here or there, but that is pretty much it. Everything else been rock solid, which is the minimum requirement now in the tournament. And nothing doing. Straight away, Larry has a dodgy cut in the 1. Cue ball's heading in the right direction, though, to get onto the 2. So he's... Oh, dear, where's he ending up here? Is he slowing up? I think he's just slowing up enough. Yeah, the lights are creeping across, but they're not there yet.
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
That's Struther Martin making a comment on those people who haven't hit the like button yet. Oh dear, there's a howler. Larry putting loads of English on the cue ball to get up for the 7, to the detriment of the actual pot. And he's sold out again. He's sold out again. So it's 12-2. Not long to go. This will be a good shot. Long combo. He's played the bank instead. And Larry's got a glimmer of daylight. Only a very slight glimmer. 3 balls available. They're all available. Again, he's left himself with more to do. Just be going to the wrong side of this 6 ball. He's overhit it, but he's overhit it far enough that he's gone the other side. I don't know that that was part of the plan, but it's worked out. Long straight 9 ball. Rack number 3. It's a long, hard slog with lead weights in your boots to try and get back into this, Larry. Ball have gone, well, I think, was it a ball or balls have gone in? Shot in the one in the side. Don't hook yourself behind the 9 or the 5, whatever it is, it's a 5. Well, once again, wide open table. All of the balls available.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear. He is dicing with death. Oh, good evening, Slim. Good luck in your match later on. And hopefully you can catch that match Sunday at noon my time. I'll be at work. Well, it's been all SBD. That pretty much sums this up. Right, that's Stubb dealt with in the live stream. You won't hear him anymore tonight. He is good and gone. We don't have an idiot in the chat anymore. He's been dealt with. He had his chances. And sayonara to Stubb. Eddie, have you hit the like button? I didn't get a yeah or an A there. Because I'm still not got a full house here in this light bar at the bottom of the screen. I'm still short of 12. And I'm going to keep going on as long as whatever's left in this match. Good safety this time from Larry. Much needed. Oh, I thought the 5 was getting billiarded in. And this cue ball's going safe. Well, there is a cut back bank. He's got to go for it. And knowing Larry, is he going to duck for cover behind the 7? Is he thinking about it? He's going to have a shot in the 5. And then it goes. We've got 20 people, well, sorry, 19, 18 watching it. Somebody's done a runner. Somebody's stumbled over the channel and get bored straight away. But we've got more than enough to get 12 likes here, folks. And Larry's ducked behind the 8 ball. Oh, dear. All of that room. And yes, you know where he put it. And there's only going to be one outcome here. It's going to be 13-4. But it's only backing up what I've been saying about the way things are going for Larry. You just cannot, you know, if Cobra's at the table, if Albie's at the table, and the table's open, they're getting out. If Larry's in the same situation, there's always a doubt. No matter how good the table is, there's just always a doubt. The break is dry for SBD. Well, you're a bit late, Bedhead. Hit the like button before we quit. Well, that was a clip in the 3, so Larry's got an opportunity here. Far from easy, because I think he's already looking at the 4 into the side, trying to convince himself it goes. It does go, I think. Or does it? Oh, that is so tight that it might get a rub onto that 9 ball going into the side. Let's see if it goes into the corner. It usually only goes one way. Well, I don't know. It's right on the equator of that 9 ball. It just looks that it's sitting right square on it. That it might go either way. Well, Larry thinks it does go into the corner. We'll soon find out, because if he gets any rub onto that 9, it probably won't go. And you saw it got a rub in the 9. You saw it. It was just so touch and go as to whether it would. And Larry found out the hard way. It might have got the same result trying it into the side pocket, I have to say. That was really borderline in any pocket, that ball. Much appreciated, Mooncake. I'm the cheapest membership in YouTube. Support the channel. I'm only a feeble little channel. Been at it for 19 years now, is it? 2007? Or 20 years. Aye, 20 years, I can't count. Well, silent but deadly. I meant to say, you still here, Slim? Is Slim booted up his live stream? I don't know whether he has. Somebody find out if he's booted up Twitch. Do us a favour, go and check and see if Slim's in Twitch. Because if he has, I'll leave it well alone. Just take a minute, because this match is over. Well, not quite yet. It's not quite Arnie time. Oh, welcome to Bill. Great to see you again, Bill, and thanks for the membership. I hope you're doing well. Slim, I take it you're not live streaming at the moment, because I'll just jump into Friday Night 9 Ball after this. I don't need to go to bed. Oh, well, depends whatever's left of Friday Night 9 Ball. I'm assuming there's still watch the cue ball. Well, all your perks are is a couple of badges. See, and I'll tell you something else. This is why Steve should have had an active YouTube channel, because he could have, if he had done live streams even in game development, like that guy that does the Starship thing. He's regularly got at least 40 odd people watching him, and he's the game developer of that Starship thingamajigger, whatever it's called. He's been building that game up for a number of years. And even if Steve did something like that to show you him working in VP4 and talk you through what he's doing, he would still get people watching him. And and if he had enough subscribers, he could then have his own shop, like I had for a short while, which was a waste of time, and sell proper VP4 merch. T-shirts and hats and stuff. I would buy them. And if he had thought about that, he could easily do just development videos. Letting people know what he's actually doing. Meanwhile, Larry's got another consolation rack, silent but deadly on the hill, and the next mistake from Larry is going to be Arnie time. And this has to be a cigarette paper edge, and it is. And that cue ball is tracking very nicely. That's an excellent shot. That's right out of the snooker manual, page 1, for a safety. Now this cue ball wants to go over to the 9 ball, because I don't think he can see enough of the 2, but the 2 ball wants to go over the 9. Would you believe it? He's left it on. Well, it's definitely Arnie time, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Well, it's always a track ball, Eddie. You know my views on it. Larry would be a much better player without it. I swear to God. Hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute. That's well out of line. But one, I'm surprised you're not just cutting this up the table into the corner. I mean, it could. Is he trying to bank this? What's he trying to do? Just a straightforward swipe and cut it into the corner pocket. He's going for the bank. I don't know he's got enough room to play the bank, has he? Why, he has. Well, he played the combo. What a shot that was. And he's plumb on the 6. Well, what a finale. The final nail in Larry's coffin. And it's been, as I said, it's been rock solid pretty much from SBD. And what Larry got was all he was ever going to get. It's a 15-5 blitz by SBD. And Larry, once again, is on his way home. Is that cue ball still spinning? Aye, it is. Well, there you go, folks. That has taken 52 minutes for that blitz. Now we'll have a quick look at this bracket schedule I was talking about. Let me do a quick refresh. There we go. Remember, we had these 2 matches tonight. This one and the one with NSWAR and Chiku, which didn't go ahead. Chiku didn't show up. So that remains One Pocket Slim coming up later tonight with Interchange X at 10:30 British Summer Time. Get yourself set for that. Slim will be doing that in his Twitch channel, no doubt. If he had enough sense, he wouldn't. He'd be fully focused. But there you go. Then we've got Cobra with Acero, and that match is set for, I think, noon on Sunday. I'll be at work. I won't be home in time. and hopefully Slim, I think, said he'll do that. And then lastly, we have Bankster and graphics card, and that's set for Sunday at 4 p.m. So I'll be able to cover that one. So that's the schedule as it stands. Let's have a quick look and see what's happening if we can get this bloody thing to work. And Friday Night 9 Ball. And where have we got to here? We must be moving on. We're in round 2. Well, we've got one round 2 match left. And that is Miskin and Brainfall Out. They've just started. We've got everybody else through to round 3. In fact, we've got a round 3 match started. Who's that that's playing there? Bankster and Stefan. They've just started. I think we'll watch that one. I'll think about it, Slim. In fact, no, I won't, because it's too late, and it's not enjoyable with me falling asleep. Because I will be saying I'm semi-conscious at the moment, even though I don't need to go to bed. I'd be just spoiling it for them. No, I think that would be a bad move for me at 10:30 at night. So, Bankster up against Stefan, and Stefan getting the 7 ball, which is fairly generous. Now, what we got tonight, have we got the good, the bad, or the ugly Stefan? We'll find out. I don't think it would have mattered whether you'd streamed it or you didn't stream it, Slim. He was lethal. Well, that's a great little shot. That's a great little shot just to hold that cue ball there. Or at least it looked a great little shot. Maybe the angle was perfect. I thought he was actually doing a little holding shot there just to stop the cue ball getting away. And he played it well enough anyway. Cue ball. Oh. So, the worst thing that happens after you've got your rack in the board is a break and a scratch. And Bankster's made his mind up. He's looking at the 1-9 down the rail. And in it goes. Well, that was quick. Back into the lead. Remember, these are races to 9 and Friday Night 9 Ball. It's single elimination. 1 loss and you're gone. And the 9 ball, I think, went in. 9 ball in this case. Oh no, sorry, it was a cue ball, my bad. There's a mistake starting already. And it's just short of 9 o'clock. You have been warned. And I think we are 1 like away from the full house, people. The bar still isn't right across. 1 more, I think, will do it. I'll have a quick drink. And we're going for another one. This time it was Stefan. I'm a bit like, anybody remember Murray Walker? Somebody out there will remember Murray Walker. Murray Walker, when he used to do the commentary in F1, he would always stand. He would never sit down in a chair. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm standing up because my backside is sore. And in fact, the base of my back is sore. Well, this looks reasonably set, this 2-3. Cue ball coming back into play as well, which was handy. And of course, the biggest problem is the 5. Got to come down low enough to get the cut. And that's more than low enough. He's actually pretty much on the money there. Tell a lie, I forgot about the 4 ball. See, the mistakes are coming thick and fast because the brain isn't functioning. And this is why I would never survive at 10:30 trying to do a commentary, because my eyes aren't focused on what's left on the table. It's bloody hopeless. Have I got the one I need? Well, thank you very much, Rob. Well done for that. Takes a while to update, though. We'll see how long it takes. Well, I won't, because I'm looking at that other screen. I won't bother. I'll see it when it's done. Oh, he's left himself short again. Watch the side pocket. And of course, he can only get the top of the cue ball unless he jacks up big time. Oh, he's well away for the side pocket. It was almost a good shot. Well, I think that Stefan's got to have a plug at this. He's got to have a bank at it. No, we're going to. Well, Bankster's going to have a go. He's surely we're not going to do this tippy tap carry on. Oh, he didn't get a rail. That's a disaster. A total disaster. Well, that's the ugly of Stefan. We've had the good, the bad, and the ugly. Just needs to just keep going. That's well, it's fine. See it, shoot it. Don't hang about overthinking it. So a 3-1 lead for Bankster. Well, wide open break, but no success. And I think that, well, Stefan can certainly cut this. Didn't cut it enough. And he would have ended up hooked in the 5, but he would have had a jump stick, though. No jump sticks in the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship, but you've got them, or have we got them in Friday Night 9-Ball? I don't even know what the setup is for Friday Night 9-Ball anymore. I presume jump cues are on. Or are they off on Friday Night 9-Ball as well? I can't even be bothered looking. Oh, they're on. Aye. Oh, ball in hand again. Well, if you can draw it past the 3, he'll be perfect. And he is. Well, it's got plenty of room past the 8 ball, I think. So, Bankster is getting away from you, Stefan. You're going to have to pull your socks up, get your finger out, step up to the plate, and give yourself a slap if you're going to get back into this. Well, it's been many a year since I've had my my 2-week summer break from work, where I've had 2 solid weeks where it's been wall-to-wall sunshine every day. I mean, we haven't had the same temperatures as I've had down south, but believe me, these have been more than fine Scottish summer days. I mean, I think today it was 25, which is, what, 77? I wasn't out in it, I have to say. I don't go out in it because it kills me. If you take antihistamine tablets, the one thing you don't do is go out in amongst it all. I have to take them to even survive in the house in this time of year. But we've had beautiful weather. And you look at the Open Championship, that the fairways are actually brown. There's been no rain whatsoever down south either. The Open Golf is just like dry baked shredded wheat they're playing on. I remember the summer of '76, which was the one that they're comparing it with, and I'll tell you why I remember it, because I know where I was. I was in Scarborough with my mum and dad. That's where we had our summer holiday that year in Scarborough. And of course, the fatal mistake any Scots person can make when there's hot weather around, like I did, I went out after breakfast to the open air pool that they had. I don't know whether they still have it in Scarborough, but they had it when I was there. And I went down to the open air pool and got fried. And that was a holiday ruin for me, because I was scarlet for the rest of the holiday. Burnt to a crisp. Couldn't sleep at night, couldn't lie on my back. I remember that. I think it was at that point where, even at that age, I said, never again. So, cue ball around the left-hand side, or is he checking it up? I think he's going left-hand side. And Bankster is pulling away here. I think the winner of this match will have a little wait before they've got an opponent. Well, there's a big mistake from Bankster, which is all the help that Stefan's going to need. Well, some of it that he's going to need to get himself up and running again in this match. And of course, he only needed the 7 ball. So rack number 2 on the board. 8 ball tracks in. Well, not a great shot in the 1, although he's got a great opportunity to duck for cover here if he fancies it. Well, he didn't get the spin on it enough. He's left it wide open. But there's a slight problem. 2 balls blocked by the 7. No, it isn't. That's the 6 ball. The eyes have gone. The eyes have completely gone. 2 balls wide open down the bottom end of the table. Well, does that 3 ball go? It looks very tight. Oh, you got a bush through there. Well, the object lesson here is pot the 5, come up the middle of the table and try and get as good a line as you can on that 6 ball if you're playing the combo. Let's see how he does. Well, he's just a wee bit short. But again, all you do is pick the line for the 6 ball. You ignore the 7. You pick the line for the 6, because if it's going to go the line it is to the 7, it's got to go in. You just simply can't miss. Oh, you know what we haven't heard tonight? This is just to annoy Romario.
What a fantastic play. Absolutely incredible.
And the cue ball's gone. And Stefan, well, he's got an ugly table. Well, why doesn't he go from the other side? Well, the problem with that shot is that Baxter's going to have a blast at it. He could possibly kick this in if he'd went the other way and used the 6 and 8. I don't think that sort of shot would have been on. Was he going to jump it? No, he isn't. He's just trying to leave things awkward. And again, that's sensible play. That's using your head. Just, leave, give up the table to Stefan, but let him deal with the problem. Or let's see, he's asked a question of Stefan if he's going to be capable of dealing with this situation. And that's too heavy, I think, is it? No, it looks pretty good. Let's have a look from this end. Yeah. That is good enough. That is not, well, it's not as tight as it could, but it's tight enough. And there you go. 3 fouls. We haven't seen one of them in a while. We certainly haven't seen any in the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship, none that I've streamed. But that came in very handy for Stefan, because he's slowly but surely creeping his way back into this. Oh, I forgot. I'll move the chat down. There, I've moved the chat down to 1 bar. Or one line, sorry, not 1 bar. Right, I think, are we still short on the likes there? Let me have a quick look. No, we've got a full house, folks. Thank you very much. It's like getting blood from a stone, but we got there. We got there in the end. I'm going to have to actually wipe my glasses because they're steaming up, because I'm absolutely boiling in here. You're going to unlike. Well, got to squeeze this past the side pocket. And he's flushed it. Well, Baxter looks as if he's just going to keep Stefan at arm's length and a wee bit more. What picture's that he's got up in the top right-hand corner there, Baxter? That just looks like a black square. I don't know what it's meant to be. Maybe somebody could see it better than I can. I don't know what it is. I don't think I heard anything drop. And, well, Stefan can test his jumping skills. Just got it offline. Well, not an awful lot of room for the 3-ball to go in, but there is room off the jaw. It doesn't look as if he's taking that line, though. I don't know. I don't really know what he was trying there. Tell you what, though, the outcome wasn't half bad. And Baxter's going to get his reward. Ball in hand. One onto the 2-ball, not a problem. There's his problem he's looking at the moment. Well, I think it's asking a great deal to get really straight onto that 3-ball. It might be better to try and get the line to give him the 3-7 combo. Maybe that's what he was looking at. Yeah, I think that's what he's lined up to go at. I'm assuming he is. I can't, at that distance, you're going to try and squeeze it into the jaw. Of course, look at all the room he had. He never even thought about it twice. It looked tight to me, but and again, he's probably got 20/20 vision. He's just going to roll this pretty much dead weight just to let the cue ball run down a little bit. No, he isn't. He's going to run down and up just to fool me. And he's probably going to play this in the short side. I can't believe he's getting enough angle to get across, but he might thump it in and stun it across. Yep. Short side it is. Well, now the alarm bells are ringing. Baxter's only 2 away and breaking. And a ball into the corner pocket. 3-ball goes in as well. That probably stopped the cue ball scratching there. I don't think he's got there. He's going to have to twist this. He's got loads of room to do it. He can just twist round past that and cheat the pocket, I think. Yep, that's what he's doing. He's overdone it though. It got to the 7-ball before. He didn't allow much break there. So the lifeline's been handed to you, Stefan. Make hay while the sun shines. Get the rack on the board. I'll drop the 8 in, roll the 9 in. That's the rule of thumb here. Well, while he's potting these, well, assuming he's going to get out, he's not going to do anything really stupid, is he? We'll have a quick look and In fact, he only needed a 7-ball. I forgot about the handicap again. So Spectre Dawn lies in wait for the winner of that Mitch and Brainful Out match. Brainful Out on the hill, I think, is he? Let me get out my chair. I sat back down again. No, he's only 5-4 up. I can't even read at that distance. Well, Bankster got the cut. He's going to have to play another good one, and of course the other. This is touchy to drop right through onto the rail for this 3-ball. He wants to bump the 9, and he didn't get the bump. Has he got room to still get the cut in? No. But we know what's happening here. Bunting it round the angles and sticking it where the sun don't shine for Stefan. Oh dear, right through the gap. Right through the gap. What a goal that was. But once again, the safety from Bankster gives him the opportunity to get to the hill. I think Bankster's playing at Romario speed tonight. He's not hanging about. Oh, that could have went pear-shaped there. Well, it has done. He's now hampered over the 8. He didn't want to be there. It could have been worse. He could have been in behind it, but this is so easy to stick that unwanted English in a cue ball when you're having to move the tip. And of course, that's how you end up missing them. So here we go again. Another lifeline. Well, it's good to see Bill back. We know he's been busy working. I don't think I heard anything. Well, 6-ball has gone this time. But look at where the 1 is. Couldn't get them any further apart. Well, the other thing to pay attention to is look where the 9 is. Oh dear, well this is it. Bankster on the hill. It's a 1-9 combo, and that's a fatal mistake. So breaking for the match. But Bankster is going to have the shoe on the other foot probably. In this next match, he's up against Mr. Friday Night 9-ball, Spectre Dawn. Well, I'm maybe jumping ahead of myself here. I mean, he's still got to win another rack. Things can very quickly turn, but the odds are not great. Well, I think the 9-ball stopped the cue ball from going south there. Well, he's going to have to get up and down. Or is he? Oh, he's going to leave the sort of bedhead cut. I'd call this a semi-bedhead cut because it's more of an open angle. But it was still too much to ask for Stefan. Oh, I think he's getting second prize, is he? Yeah. And rolls like that can turn a match as well. And it's going to be a 3-ball, and he's got to get down the table for this 4-9. It all looks easy. How's the line? Pretty good. I think that's spot on. That's spot on. Right on the money. Well, a couple of them would do very handily. Trailing by 2. Point of no return. And of course, what's the follow-up like? Nothing. Well, the 8-ball thought about it, but he's not left anything on for Bankster. And these are the kind of rolls that you just need to keep you going, you know. Getting a roll like that where you've left nothing on from the dry break. They all come in handy. And looking at the bottom of the table here, as we look, we've got nothing doing here with this 4 and 5. And meanwhile, Bankster having to kick at the 1, gets a kick. And here is a chance, once again, for Stefan. But of course, he's going to need to deal with this 4-5. And this is where he needs a good positional shot in the 3. Well, he's going to have to blast this with a good bit of left if he's going to try and break them up. And he didn't, so he's heading to the long grass. He's not going to try and do anything daft, is he? No, he isn't. He's getting as far away as possible, and that's an excellent shot. That is perfect. Excellent length, and this is always a difficult shot. And Bankster trying to catch the edge of that 8-ball there. Look at where the cue ball's finished. And Stefan with a combo, and that 4-ball's going to be blocked by the 7. He needs to be careful, and he's not found a line at all. Not at all. Well, he's going to get up into the table. I think it's you know who time.
No bar, no pinball
Not that
machines,
one.
no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Not that one. I don't even remember my buttons. It's that one.
We don't make mistakes.
Hasta la vista,
We have happy
baby.
accidents.
Well, Bankster should be well warmed up for this match. Or this upcoming match that he has. He's got into the lion's den again. And in goes the 9. And there endeth the lesson from Bankster. It's a 9-6 win for him. And on he goes.
What a fantastic play. Absolutely incredible.
Welcome to VP4 TV. We have live streams from all the major championships held in VP4 online. On many occasions, I'm also joined in the commentary booth by virtual pool game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka 9ball.com, aka Hugh.
Right, so that match is still going on with Miskin and Brainfill out. Goodness me. This seems to be been a bit of a grind, this match, and that 7-ball looks tight. Very tight. But that is a great cut. He's going to have to do another good one, though. Well, I think the length of time this match has taken, I think they've been sharing racks by the look of it. No handicap in it. It could be going all the way. Ball into the left corner, something into the left side. And is he through the gap? I don't think so. Is he? Oh, you got a bus through there. Yeah, plenty of room. Guess what? My donut's gone again. The donut has left the building. Right. We'll do a quick fix and that. I'll just tab out. Hang on a minute. We should be back now, I think. There we go. Beautiful up and down kick. Fairly straight in the 6-ball into the side. Well, just enough angle to squeeze up past the 7, I think, if he just stuns it. I think if he just rolls out, I think he'll still be okay. Yeah, he did just get the stun. Making sure he had the right line, because you start stunning that and taking liberties, you can easily just rattle it in the jaws. Well, I don't know how the score has been tracking, but we've got Braidfill out on the hill, breaking for the match. Well, that 2 or 3 balls went in. The 1 and 2 have gone, and also the 6, no shot in the 3. Well, this is a touchy shot to try and just bank that 3 up behind the 4. You got to get it dead weight. You certainly don't want to try and get away from it on the right side, I don't think. Well, he overhit it if he was trying to tuck it to the 4. Well, I think this is... I don't even know. Does anybody know where Miskin is from? Right, hang on a minute. Let me check. Where? Oh, he's Scottish. He's a jock.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Needs to keep going. Needs to keep going. Well, he's on the 50-yard line, but just a little spin off the rail. And Brain Pull Out is home and dry by 9 racks to 6. So on we go. Well, that'll update in a minute. So Bankster lies in wait in tonight's final, so he can go and get a coffee or whatever. There, it's updated now. So now, Brain Pull Out is going to have to try and take down Spectre Dawn. We can get in the room, that is. Hang on a minute.
He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4 TV. He's wild and he's free. I'm on top, number 50, you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the Jew. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the Jew. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way. Taking every shot with prayers we say.
Well done, Brain Pull Out.
Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twist.
Good luck in your next one.
Every victory makes a heart's pound. From the quarterback to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune of luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4 TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her.
Well, the lag for the break. And Brain Pull Out has won the lag. Brain Pull Out is getting a very healthy 6 and out. And disaster right off the bat.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, where is it gone? It's scratched. Fatal error right off the bat. Inspector Dawn plotting his route out. And we know what's going to happen here. Well, there's a little problem for him. It's whether he's going to get straight on the 5 on the side and leave the combo. He's going to have to manufacture the combo for that 6-9 unless he's going to get down below it. Now, if he gets the right angle in the 5, he can drop right down in the short side of this 6 ball. I don't think that's the angle he would have wanted there, but maybe it's the angle for the combo. I don't know. We'll soon find out. He's going below. So just follow through and up. He's overcooked it a wee bit. Bedhead territory, this one. Well, the punishment so far for Brain Fallout's scratch on the brake is 1 rack and counting. Five ball gets kicked in. Few balls going to be awkward. And as far as I can see, this is the most difficult shot in the rack. If he gets the 1 and across the table and out for the 2, it needs to go. Again, just left himself a wee bit work to do with the cue ball at distance. And more work to do. Just overcooked it. And again, you get out of line in 1 shot, it leads to a follow-up. Heading up top, looking for cover. Looks good. Well, this can certainly be jumped, and it can certainly be cut in, and it needs to be cut in, because Brain Flout has to punish this. He's left it wide enough, open enough for the jump. Cue ball might end up back where it came from here. Oh, he's hit that. He hasn't hit that right. And you're going to have to jump over the edge of the 7, but again, that's a minor inconvenience here. See how there's that little lag on some of these jump shots? Have you ever noticed that? There's always that little delay, or at least from time to time, not all the time. Well, I think looking at it from this angle, this looks very dodgy to the side pocket with the cue ball here. He's got to get right through this. In fact, he was fine. A bit deceptive on this higher angle looking at the table. Well, more deceptive for me. It's 2-0. And there we go. The balls are flying in, couple have gone in. And shot in the 1, but look at the 2. Well, we're only, 47 minutes away from Slim's match coming up later on his Twitch channel. Again, if you've never been to One Pocket Slim's Twitch channel, just go to Twitch. And then in the search window at the top, just type in One Pocket Slim, you'll find his channel. And then the next thing you should do is subscribe to it. Or follow, or whatever the hell it is you do in Twitch. Because I can't remember. Well, it's a thin cut. Now, you might be able to break this 2 and 9 here. Oh, no, well, I think maybe that's the best outcome there. He's overcut the 1. He missed the hit in the 2 and the 9. And he hasn't left anything simple other than a bank on this 1 ball. And Spectre Dawn has overhit the shot, trying to use that 2 and 9. He's actually just nudged the 2 into play a little bit, into that side pocket. Well, you know what should be happening next. Just a little dunt, as we say in Scotland. That's what you call a dunt. Just a little dunt. D-U-N-T. Could get kicked in, though. Could get kicked in, though. And he's on the 3, I think. Oh dear. It's going to be one of them nights. It's definitely going to be one of them nights, even at this stage. It's 3-zip. I hope Bankster's still awake. In fact, what I'm thinking is that by the time this match is finished and then the final goes ahead, gets underway, we're going to be past 10:30. So Slim will be up and running by then. I'm going to go and get a quick coffee after all of this is done, and I'll be popping along to Slim's channel, trying to stay awake, hoping for a good match. And I think that, oh, just as I was about to say, I think it's a dry one. A ball drops in, thin cut in the 1, very thin cut in the 1. Now, just remember the last words in the chat there from Brainfall Out was in reference to his previous match result there that he had. He says, walk in the park. I would like to hear what he thinks now that he's now 3-0 down. He's now 3-0 down against Spectre Dawn, whether it's pretty much the same. Well, he knew what was coming. Well, there's a mistake. There's not going to be many from him, but he's overcut the 2. But just when Brainfall Out needs a break, he's got trouble ahead here. He's got the 2 and then the 3, but look at the 4. He's got to get down in the short side. So critical that he gets some angle that he can work with. But again, Brainfall Out is making the unforced error at the wrong time. And also, he's broke out the 4, or at least he's made it a bit more accessible, but it's only into the corner pocket from the shorter side, or it's a combo in 8. Got to keep the focus 100% against this guy, because you can't be selling out to him. That doesn't help your cause. quick drink. Stop the dehydration. Oh, this is going to be short. It's going to be short. The line was too tight. And this is emphasising the difficulty you've got against Spectre Dawn. Brainfallout's getting 6 and out, but it hasn't even been any threat to get there so far in this match on that 6 ball. And this is his best chance. He's got the ball in hand. Now he has to deliver. Want to get off the rail. Looks as if he tried to leave the 6 long into the corner, but he's not. He's done neither shot. He's right in the middle of no man's land now. He's hoping to bring out a bank. Can't believe he's trying to cut that into the side. He's looking at it, but I'd be playing the bank. Nails the bank. Cue ball needs to keep running. It's got a good line. Well, that I keep forgetting. Got to the handicap ball, the money ball. I don't think he's getting a follow-up, though. But he's got a rack on the board. And the bad news is Spectre Dawn's plumbing the 1, drop down for the 2. 3 ball, very handy. 4 ball, likewise. 5 ball's going to have to be out into the table to cut that 5. But the rest is elementary, my dear Watson. I mean, there's one good reason for having a good look round before you make a move, and that is so that you don't actually miss a ball. It's not the first time you've seen people, and yourself, myself included, been so focused on potting balls that you forget the next numerical ball in order is somewhere in the table and you've missed it because you haven't looked around, you haven't checked. And that's what Spectre Dawn's doing. He's just making sure he knows where he's going before he moves. So you don't want to, you want to keep all the numpty stuff out your game and you'll be reasonably good to go. Well, I'll just a roll up the rail now, drop the 8 in. I mean, he doesn't want to run the cue ball if he doesn't need to, but he is running it. See, the danger with running it is doing something almost like that where you scratch the top corner pocket, but he just left it short enough. I think that might have been the 4 ball that's gone up top. Cue ball's thinking about it. Cue ball.
Where's the cue ball going?
Has gone. So immediate problem. Cue ball doesn't go past the 3. 1-8 combo. Saves any messing about because he's getting 6 and out. And a match like this can turn very quickly with that handicap. If you can get right in amongst them, especially from that error on the break there by Spectre Dawn, that was a perfect example of how you can quickly steal a rack back. I've got to be careful with this 1 ball because you don't want to leave a shot for the combo onto the 3 if you don't get this safe somewhere. Well, he's gone all out for the cut, but he's gone to the rail too soon. And you know straight away, as soon as you make that error, you miss that pot and the table's like this, you know what's going to happen. There's no doubt about it. It's a given that this rack has gone south. Again, Spectre Dawn not taking any chances or any liberties. He's perfectly content to let the cue ball go across the table the way it did and not try the acrobatic stuff. That way he's guaranteed to have a shot in the 6. It's certainly not a gimme, but there was very high odds he was going to get it anyway. Left himself a wee bit shorter than the 7, but again, he's got virtually nothing to worry about with the cue ball. So he's going to restore a 3-rack lead here. Rack number 8. 3 ball gets kicked in by the 9. 1 ball in the middle of the table. 1-9 combo if he's going to cut it. Well, I think the 4 ball might be interfering with play here. Well, that is very tight to squeeze past the 4. But he's given it a long, hard look. He'll do well to get this right in the money, and he's hit it right in the money. What did you expect? Very well done. Might be the 6 ball on the left side. 1 ball's tracking square, cue ball's tracking square, sorry. But 1 ball is on for the cut. And 2 ball is handy. And it's going to be the 3-5 combo up top. So he's already got the plot and the plan embedded in his head. The blueprint is there, and he's overcut the 1. So there's the odd mistake. But these mistakes like this, when you're getting 6 and out, you've got to get your foot right in the door. And the first task here is to find his way to the 2 ball without being hooked. There's a line of balls on the right side there, and he's left it short, but at least he can see the 2. And he's going to be well short again for this 3-5 combo. But again, he sent that 2 ball far too soon to the rail. You just need to give it that wee bit more care and attention, VFO. Inspector Dawn trying to get onto the line. And, well, again, this is a ignore the 5 ball, get the line for the 3, and you've got the 5. Can you get in there? I don't know that he can. I don't think he can. He's looking for the kick, maybe. Is he thinking about the kick? No, he couldn't get there. Once again, no, he wasn't talking himself in to having a kick at that 3-4. He's going to make Brainful Out work for this. Well, that's going to be open. And what's more, the cue ball is inside the 3. So he's got the angle to let this cue ball run out to the left-hand side. Watch the side pocket, he's well away from it. Watch the 9, he's gone past it. He's got an angle in the 4, the 6 is wide open. And Spectre Dawn is going to be 7-2 up. Now, Brainful Out has missed a few cut pots going down the rail in this match. The errors haven't been huge for the amount of time he's had at the table, but in the overall context of the match, they have been the result of a severe punishment for those errors, because each time Spectre Dawn's done the necessary and tidied up the rack and stuck the number on the board. Well, we've now just gone past the hour. So within 30 minutes, one Pocket Slim will be fired up, ready for his match. Meanwhile, Spectre Dawn's break is dry this time. Brainful Out's got a shot in the 1, 2 balls right smack bang in the middle of the table. Well, he doesn't want to mess with the 3 and 6 here off this shot. He's got to watch what he's doing with the cue ball again. Well, it looks as if the cue balls want to go down past the 8 here with this angle that we're looking at. Yeah, it's heading down towards the 8. But he's in the gap. And now he's got to baby this 3 ball to try and bump the 6 and hold the cue ball for the 4-9. That's the plan. And that's perfect. Commentator's eye. Perfectly in the 4-9. Unmissable, this 4-9. Well, that was much needed. It's just his 3rd rack in the board, but he lives again to fight another rack. The 1 ball goes in, I think. Was that the 1? And no shot in the 2. Well, there's a far-fetched 2-6 combo if he's lining that up. There's also a cut down past the 5, which ain't anything easy. And he's played the combo. What a shot. 6 and out, remember? What a shot. There's life still in this guy. He ain't dead yet. But he's not getting a follow-up. But also, as you left a gap there, you're not telling me he's left a gap. No, he hasn't. Well, Spectre Don's asking for trouble because this is touchy. But that little bit of spin, if you miss the 9 ball with the 1 ball, you can tuck in behind those 3 balls. Well, he's just trying to get distance. He could be in trouble himself here in a minute. Oh, no. Yeah, that wasn't very well played. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it was. No, he's left an edge. You can blast this in. You can blast it in. Good luck with whether you'll have a shot next up. He's just trying to duck and dive, though. That's a sensible shot. Inspector Don. I don't know how he's going to get to that. He might just be trying to tie something else up. And again, that would be the sensible shot to do. Just muck things up a wee bit more and give up the table. But he's leaving himself vulnerable to the 3 fouls here. Maybe not now. Not where the 1 ball is. Well, is it a big draw to try and get a bump and split something and get lucky in the 3? I don't think the 3 goes. It doesn't. But I mean, you don't even need to split the 4-5 when you think about it, as long as you had the 3 ball in another pocket somewhere. I don't know what he's going to do here. I mean, this is not the best of places to be. Well, he's managed to squeeze it, but the problem, of course, is there's plenty of room. Spectre Don's going to jump for the 3, and the inevitability will be that he's on the 4. He's going to have to deal with... There's that lag again. Where's the cue ball going? And there we go. The cue ball's going in. So, the 4 and 5 ball and up table for the 6-8 combo for the rack. And he'll only be 2 behind if he gets it. He hasn't quite got there. He hasn't quite got there. He's looking for the billiard. Billiard looks good to me, though. Yeah, there we go. Three ball goes in. 4 ball goes in. Well, the safety is on. I mean, there is a cut in the 1, but if you don't get this cut in the 1, say bye-bye to this rack. So it's either a good safety or all or nothing. Oh, he tried to get it in the side, did he? Or is he looking for cover? He's got the cover. It's going to be a jump at distance. If this 1 goes in, though, There's still the same outcome, though. Where's the cue ball going?
Where's the cue ball going?
Would you believe it? Here's this is the magic thing about having 6 and out, and these mistakes happen. You've got a gilt edge chance to steal another rack here. So roll behind the 5, roll it down the rail, roll down for the 6, and that's another rack in the board, and you're 1 rack behind. Well, he's gone the other way. I don't know that I like that. I don't know that I like that shot. To me, it was a lot easier. Well, of course, I'll give him respect in the fact that he didn't want to play the 5 past the side pocket. I'll give him that. It just means he's got more work to do. He needs to bounce. It's gone to bedhead territory. Oh, dear. Well, it ain't flush to the rail, but he's going to have to get it flush to the rail to get it in. And again, he's not picking them at all. And that chance has gone. Inspector Don will be on the hill breaking for the match. And a match up in the final with Bankster. Well, is this the beginning of the end? I'll tell you in a minute. Cue ball nearly get kicked in again. The brake's dry. The brake is dry, but no shot in the 1. Well, where do you go here? I mean, he could try kicking it in. He might be having a go at that. This is all your eggs in one basket. Well, that's one way of doing it. That'll work. Now you've got to follow it through. Well, you can just come back the way off the short rail, back to the direction he's coming from here for this 4 ball. And you see he's trying to be too cute. He's trying to be too cute. And he's hung the 3. And there's not really an up and down kick, but there's certainly a long rail kick. I mean, I don't see the line to get to that 3 ball past that 5. He's got to go long rail across. And he's kicked it in. And he's bumped to 4. The 4 will cut though. Oh, he's clipped to 9. And it's another lifeline for Brainful Out. And he's, I think he's going to be chipping this 9-ball, trying to get up for the 5. And that 6-ball's very much in hook me territory. Can he miss the 9? Yes, he's missed it. But, oh dear.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, it is Arnie time.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I thought everybody had fallen asleep in the chat there, Mooncake. Yeah, silent but deadly, very much so. Well, I think Spectre Dawn and Bankster have met up in a fair few of these Friday night 9-balls. Bankster, the most dangerous VP4 player with a handicap, he's going to be getting something. He'll probably not be getting 6 and out. And Stubbs been muted at last. He must be rabbiting on in the lobby. Just as about the time that he came into the room to try and type bullshit, he got snuffed out before he got there. So, Spectre Dawn goes through. Well, it's still a good night for Brainful Out. I think he's got himself in the money. Quick look at that. Yes, he has. He's come out with a paycheck. In fact, he's come out with $10 V profit tonight. So he has. So we have the final. Bankster up against Spectre Dawn. I'm thinking Bankster will be getting the 7-ball maybe. Not a 7 and out, maybe the 7-ball.
Welcome to VP4 TV. We have live streams from all the major championships held in VP4 online. On many occasions, I'm also joined in the commentary booth by virtual pool game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka 9ball.com, aka Hugh. Welcome to VP4 TV. We have live streams from all the major championships held in VP4 online. On many occasions, I'm also joined in the commentary booth by virtual pool game developer Steve Chaplin. I am Tactical Genius, aka 9ball.com, aka Hugh.
He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4 TV. He's wild and he's free. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lighting from the kill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, lighting from the kill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes a heart's pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4 TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, blocking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory.
Right, there we go. We've got the final. Spectre Dawn against Bankster, race to 9. And it's Bankster who wins the lag. Well, he's actually getting a lot more generous than I ever thought. He's getting a 5 ball. He's not getting 5 and out. He's getting a 5 ball. And that, believe me, is a huge advantage to Bankster, provided he can get to the table long enough and often enough, because he's more than capable of getting to the 5 ball. That is a lot more than I thought he would get. I thought he'd be getting like the 7 ball. Huge advantage to him. Tactical loss, brain full out. Well, if I'm going to be critical about you, if you're still there, you missed far too many of those cuts down the rail or cuts towards the rail because you were pushing them to the rail far too soon. So there's something wrong with your alignment. But against Spectre Dawn, you only have to make one mistake for it to be very costly. And here's a fine example of what Bankster will do with a 5 ball money ball. Oh dear. And what's he done with the follow-up?
Where's the cue ball going?
And of course he scratched the brake. The fatal error right off the bat. How many times do we see that? We've seen that in the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship. You just get yourself nice and settled with a rack and a board, bang, in goes the cue ball. On the brake. So this is the toughest shot in the rack, coming down to the 3, and of course he's well in the vicinity. Well, just a reminder, folks, if anybody still wants to see a tournament match, we've got One Pocket Slim up against Interchange X, USA versus USA, coming up on the one loss side in the Virtual 9-Ball World Championships. It starts in 10 minutes. It's on Slim's Twitch channel. And, well, this final won't be finished before it starts, so be aware to nip over, whether you nip over at the time or whether you wait to see the final, doesn't matter to me. But give Slim some company on his channel. Well, I think he can force this through if he's going to try and just get the cue ball up the table a bit more. Yeah. Now, again, earlier on in his previous match, he went 3 rails to get up above the 9. You know, you can just, because the 9's well off the rail, he can drop straight in behind the 9, just play it up table, but he might just draw out into the table or go 3 rails. Yeah. Done it again. And again, he's dicing with death doing that. I mean, he went towards the top right-hand corner pocket the last time he did it, and he went towards the left one this time. And any other given day, that heads into the pocket. He's taking a risk doing that. But that scratch in the brake duly punished. And now Bankster has to hope that Spectre Dawn doesn't hit the ground running here with this break. And the ball goes flying in. It might have been the 1 ball this time. Straight in 2 ball. Straight in 2. 3 ball right where his cue stick is, and 4 ball out on the table. They're all available. We know what's happening here. Oh no, he was on the 1. My bad. It's 10:24 at night. Give me a break. Well, the angle looks like he can play the draw. He's maybe trifling with the top left-hand corner pocket. Yeah, but the line was good. And, well, again, I think he's maybe a bit straight on the 5. Let's have a quick look. No, he can pinch a bit here. He can just spin a bit and get out into the table. Yeah. So far, we're counting them. The scratch on that break in rack number 2 for Bankster after having won the first rack is just about to cost him 2 racks. And, well, we're well over 2.5 hours we've been on air. Not in this tournament, obviously, the match before with Larry and SBD. 3 ball goes in, 2 ball goes in up top. No shot in the 1. But there should be a nasty little safety here coming up. Now, he's got to watch that if he's going to skim off it, he doesn't come off the rail down here and go in off the 5. If he's heading that direction. Because this is a wee bit touchy if he's doing that. Well, that's left the 1 ball where it was. It's left a teaser there for Bankster for the bank. Watch the 9 ball. Well, he's got the bank. He hasn't got the shot, though. Hook behind the 4. No, he isn't. Tell a lie. My bad. The brain again has gone gaga. I was thinking that was the 3 that was there. The 3 went in the break, I think. Almost went into the side. This is, again, this is giving you an example of why I can't do live streams this late at night, because as much as I make plenty of mistakes, I make a lot more well past my bedtime. So Slim, I'm pretty certain 100% he's going to be up and running now, folks, on Twitch. They've got a couple of minutes before, or a minute or so before that room goes up. I've just had an idea. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to tab out for a second. He's okay. He's on the 7. I'm just tabbing out to the... No, I'm not. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the window up a bit. And I'm going to go to the lobby. And I'm going to scroll up. And I am going to do that and see whether I can get Twitch, Slim's Twitch channel. I think maybe I had problems the last time with this actually working. I think the internal browser might not work. No, it doesn't. Right, well, we'll give up on that idea. I think I tried that the last time and for some reason Twitch does not work on the internal browser. So we'll forget that. And I will tab back to the room chat. I will move the window down. And off we go. 3-1 to Spectre Dawn. Push out played. Now, if you're lucky enough to have 2 monitors, you should already have my live stream on. Where's the cue ball going? And you should also have Slim's live stream on and watch both of them at the same time. Or the other alternative is have the live stream on your PC, grab your phone and get Twitch installed on your phone and watch it on there. Where's this cue ball ending up?
Where's the cue ball going?
Now, he can get to it, but I don't think he can pot it. That looks as if it's grazing the 9 ball. Tell you what, though, he's come up with the next best thing. That's a very well played shot. Blocked that cue ball well and truly. And it's not that easy to try and tie a ball up here either. That's the other thing that might cross Spectre Dawn's mind. It's far from easy to just lock balls up from where he's sitting. He's struggling and looking to try and find an angle. And he did try to bank the 2 in the mix, and that, I mean, that's as good as anything. Again, it just creates a problem for Bankster. Sensible shot to do. And I wonder how many players don't think about, or it doesn't cross their mind about the deliberate foul and locking up a ball. I'm pretty certain there's a lot of players just totally forget about it. They're just so attack-minded. See a ball, try to pot it, or it just completely eludes them that you can make it difficult for your opponent. If you're oddsing actually trying to kick that ball, you're so badly hooked, then the next best thing is just give up the table, but make sure you make it uglier for the incoming opponent and make it difficult for him. Right, while this jiggery pokery's going on, let's get up to the search window. And we'll get into the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship bracket. And we will look for that match with Interchange X and Slim. And we'll see that Slim is 1-0 up. Race to 15, remember. And we'll just keep a tab on it until the end of this match. Well, finally, it's Bankster that gets the 3 ball. He's on the 4. And he's not going to be able to do an awful lot with that 5 unless he can get up above it. And I don't think he's getting there, is he? Oh, he is. He's going to have some sort of shot. 1 cut down the rail. And he's back in it. And in it goes. Ball in the break. Oh dear. Is that the cue ball or the 9 ball that went in?
Where's the cue ball going?
You guessed it. And Spectre Dawn having a look around. I thought for a minute there he was going to play the 1-9 combo. But he's going to draw down to the 9 ball for this 3. Now, this could be a little dig back the way to get in line with this 4 ball, but although he's hampered over this 9 ball, he's going to go forward. No, he isn't. He is going to dig back. And that's a reasonable enough line. Gives him an angle to come down the right side. But don't blink here because Bankster getting that 5 ball, he's never out of it. Spectre Dawn's going to have to be in the top of his game. But he's going to have a 2-rack lead again. Where's the cue ball going? It's headed south, and here we go. But look at the table, it's horrible. I mean, he's okay for the 1 and the 2. But what the hell's he going to do with the 3? Now, here's something I was just pondering there. There was just something come into my head. You guys that have that are watching who've played virtual pool, you never sit back and think just how. Now, I'm relating to what's available in the market in billiard games, not including shooters pool, but shooters pool is definitely a comparable game to this in terms of the fact that it's 3D and all that stuff, and that you can you can control the cue ball and do everything that you can do in VP4. When you look at the market for billiard games, and there are other ones out there on console, Pure Pool 2 is out, but those games, as hard as they try to be, they're so slow and laborious because you're using a game controller. Have you ever thought to think just how good games like Virtual Pool 4 and Shooter's Pool is compared to all the other crap that's out there? 95%, in fact, maybe higher than that, is all top-down stuff. And yet, they still get hundreds of people playing them. And this is the creme de la creme of 3D billiard games. And yet, there's such a niche community. And I've always said it, and I've said it to Steve, you know, the volume of traffic we get is because this is hardcore. It is too hardcore for the new player coming online and to find their feet. And I go back to what Shooter's Pool has done. They've left it up to you to choose the difficulty that you want. If you're playing in a group of 3 or 4 or whatever, you can have your tracking lines on. You can have all of that stuff. Whatever you think helps your game or helps you more to enjoy it if you're just a sort of learner. They get a bigger volume of traffic than we do. They built it up, and they're 300 people in the lobby, or 300 people online, maybe 150 actually in game, but they're still getting a lot more than us. But I don't think they're growing any more than that. I haven't been there for a while. There's no communication other than in a room. There's no chat in a lobby. They've pulled the plug on that because of the abuse that was going on. That's the one solution they've got to deal with it. Just don't have a chat lobby at all. But I think they've made a mistake there, because I think that there's a lot more sensible people. This is a 6-9 combo that looks dead. There's a lot more sensible people going to online games than arseholes. You've just got to get rid of the arseholes or deal with them. One of the two. I think they've shot themselves in the foot. Cue ball's gone. Inspector Don's done it again. Look at the 6 ball over the side pocket. 1-6 combo. This rack's over quick. And Bankster is going to be breathing down his neck. What's he doing looking at the 2 for? Oh shit, I forgot it's the 5 ball he's getting in it. There, that's another mistake at this time of night. Well, I presume he's playing for the hook here. Is he cutting up the rail? He's going for it up the rail. He's gone too soon. Oh, he might be banging a 6 in. Look at that for a result. He's going to have no shot in the 3, though. I knew the 6 ball would come in handy somewhere along the line. Oh, has he got there? Yes, he has. Just. Oh, this is touchy. How do you get out of there and keep that safe? I mean, you can spin it to the rail and kick the 3. You might get lucky. As long as you miss the 8 ball with it, and you might kick it and stick it. You never know. You might send the 3 down towards the 4. That might help the 3 ball go in. It looks as if he's trying to go very thin and push it to the short rail and use them for cover. But again, he hasn't hit it soft enough. Now, Bankster has got a margin of error here. He can get to that rail there. It'll bump the 4 and go in. If he wants to have a dig at it. It's off the rail as well, this 3 ball, so it's makeable. Oh, I got the double kiss. Got to the rail too soon. And this time, it's all wide open. Well, just cut the 3, come up the table. Onto that 4. Well, that was Bankster's hope there, that he could have nailed that 3 ball. And now Spectre Dawn is getting away a bit. It's going to be a 3-rack lead. And when he pots this 4, we'll have a quick tab out and see that that score update. We've got, oh dear, not a good start for Interchange X. Slim is hot to trot. He's 4 racks to 0 up at the moment. Well, he's double-checked this 7 ball. Let's have a look. Oh, there's loads of room. Well, there is for somebody like Spectre Dawn, maybe not for us mere mortals. Checking it up, trying to get in as good a line as possible. You can certainly cheat the pocket a bit. He didn't even cheat the pocket, just slammed it in past it like it wasn't even there. Well, as this Spectre Dawn's run to the finish line. One ball goes in, 2 ball stays in play, cue ball middle of the table. And I think there may well be room to get into that cut on the 6 ball. Let's have a look. Yeah, you got a bust through there. Loads of room. So, out into the table, off the 5. Doesn't want to go dead straight. Well, he's inside the 5 slightly, so he's got an angle. He's just got to judge the speed control here to get into that margin. Doesn't want to be over the top of the 7 either. Like that, which now makes it more difficult. I mean, another inch that way is fine. Now, again, he's got to watch the Q-tip position on the cue ball. He's fiddling around trying to get the line, so the tip's moving all the time. And he's nailed it, and the 7 at the other side. You notice that about Spectre Dawn, though. Whenever he plays something that looks like, you know, not the best shot, he doesn't type anything, he doesn't say anything, he doesn't vent his feelings, whereas I'd be typing bullshit all night long. He just gets on with it. You know, He's asked a question of himself. Just deal with it. Get on with it. Don't brood over it. 7-3. 2 ball in the corner. 1 ball. A thin cut into the left side. And a good line and a big gap to get the cue ball back up the table for the 3. And we all know where this is going, folks. Spectre Don is going to be in the hill, breaking for the match. And yet another multitude towards his collection of Friday Night 9-ball trophies. Again, quite content to leave it at distance. He's going to have to play a little dig here, though, off this 5 ball to get back for the 6. Or unless he's going to go forward. Yeah, played the stun draw again. Stun draw, I keep talking about it. He could hit it as hard as that, but because he's not digging way down in the cue ball, he gets the pace in it just to come back at that controlled pace to play the 6 in the side. That's a shot to master. Or, you know, definitely one of the shots to master in virtual pool is playing that stun draw with more pace and a more controlled draw shot from it. And trusting yourself, that's the other thing you have to do. You just got to get that cue ball in that marginal zone just below the equator, and then don't be afraid to hit the ball. And the more you play it, the more comfortable you are playing it. Bumping the 9, and of course it's heading up the corner pocket. Well, I think we're wondering if Interchange X can get himself back into that match, get himself started. We'll see the break and we'll have another quick tab, and that will be our last one till the end of the proceedings here. And then we'll bid you good night. Again, a ball goes in. 1 ball and cue ball tracking down. 1 ball goes into the gap. Another ball goes in. And the 1 ball is in play. And it's Arnie time.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, I thought he could see it. I never went down to see the line, but clearly he couldn't. I thought that was on every day of the week. Well, there's a break for... oh, and there's another poor shot there, though, as well, from Spectre Dawn. I think you can count them in your palm of your hand, but that's certainly a mistake. So, the lifeline been handed out. I thought it was all over. I'll put Arnie back in the box. Well, it's all about getting decent in the 4. Well, this is not great because everything's running loose here big time. Well, it'd be handy if he hit something here and not scratch to try and stay. I mean, the odds are he's going to hit the 5 if he stuns it in. Well, that's all worked out nice. Bumps the 6 out the way and plumbing the 5. Arnie came out his shell too soon. But it's a tall order for Spectre Dawn. Oh dear, I think he's done the cardinal sin again.
Where's the cue ball going?
It's gone in the side pocket. Right, so ball in hand. Pot the 1, get down to the 2. Only goes in the left side pocket. So he's going through the gap. No, he isn't. He's stayed above the 5 and coming through. That'll do. How has he interfered with the 6? Yes, he certainly is. But all he needs to do is just come over to the right side anyway, and he's got a clean shot in the 3. 3 balls wide open, 4 balls wide open, 5's open into the side pocket. Doesn't want to knock the 6 safe on top of the 8. He's just grazed the 6. Now, you may well just leave this a long 4 ball and not try and do a great deal with the cue ball here. Oh, he's hung the 3. Had his eye on the 4 ball. Baxter is still alive. Maybe a bit of wear and tear showing Inspector Dawn at this time of night. It is almost, well, 4 minutes away from 11 p.m. Disaster, and that will be the last mistake that Baxter makes tonight. For the second
Hasta
time.
la vista, baby.
That is him. We won't hear Arnie anymore. He's been put to bed for the night because Baxter's heading in the same direction. This match is over. Well, he really wants to get the angle in this 6 ball where he's not interfering with the 8. Now, I think he can cut this, come back over the left side. And that's exactly where he wants to be, but not in the rail. Well, this is not pretty. This is not ideal. He's going to try and force this through, I think. Does he? No, he's got the big dig on it to get the stun and avoid the hit. And that's perfect. That is perfect.
What a fantastic play. Absolutely incredible.
So, 7 ball to the 8. Big stun. Or a big follow through. No, it's a big stun. Perfect angle. Can go, well, it'll probably just be 2 rails, although he could just stun back the way up the left side, but he could go forward off the 2 rails. And that's right on the money. So another Friday night 9 ball to Spectre Dawn. Well done to him by 9 racks to 4. And that will conclude the proceedings tonight. We'll have one final look at the bracket for the 9 ball World Championship, and it's not good news, I'm afraid, because Interchange X is in the middle of a blitz. It's 8-0 to One Pocket Slim. So head over to Slim's channel, catch the rest of that. That's where I'm going to go, but I'm going to get a coffee first and catch some of it. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care. We'll see you again very soon. And good night.
Good night, ladies.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.